Welcome back to Soulmask Survivors. Today we're going to be diving in and I'm going to show you all how to unlock and control additional follower NPCs in the game. As I've mentioned in previous videos here, it is very important to understand how to do this and take over a follower NPC as soon as possible, as the first character you get in the game and through the character customization screen is not your end-all be-all character and actually is quite weak compared to the additional follower NPCs that you can discover and control throughout the game. So to start things off, let's talk about the simple taming method or process that you have to go through in order to acquire followers. If you head over here to any NPC encampment, it could be a simple campfire inside of the jungle, it could be a full-on, mysterious ruins camp that have several NPCs, could be a cave, it could basically be anywhere you see a random NPC. What you're going to do is actually attack them and, get their health down really low. When their health gets to a certain point, it will then have a proc that you can press E on that NPC. In doing so, you will get this little animation that will basically suck out the soul, if you will, from that NPC into your mask. At this point, the NPC will then go unconscious, laying down on the ground, and then you yourself will have to pick up that NPC, shoulder them back to somewhere safe, so then you can drop off that NPC and then simply feed them a broth in your inventory. Now, the reason why a broth is very important is because they need some sort of soup. It doesn't necessarily have to be a broth, but it cannot be a solid food as they are in a coma. Therefore, they do not have the ability to chew up whatever food you put inside them. But the reason why you need to do this is because their food and drink meter will be lower than it's supposed to be. And you're going to want to make sure that those meters are capped out, because the longer they lay on the ground, their food and their water will start to deplete just like yours will. So you want to make sure that as soon as you go to tame one or, convert one, you need to go ahead and feed them something. I like broth because it does serve both food and water at the exact same time. So go ahead and feed one of them to that NPC. You only need one. And then at this point, what you're waiting for is, if you look at them, you've got several different bars. You can see their health bar, everything else. But the very bottom one you can actually see is recognition. You're actually waiting for the recognition to get to 500. Once it gets to 500, you will then get a second proc to press E on them, and then they will basically stand up, and then at this point they have become your tribesmen. Now at this point you have the ability to look at all of their items. You can give them individual tools. You can then even assign them to do specific tasks around the base, or go out and harvest resources. You name it, you can do all of those functions right now as soon as you jump inside of the game and run across your very first NPC. Now, however, it's important to understand that you cannot control or take over that follower if you do not have a specific upgrade module inside of your mask. If you press Y on your keyboard, you will see the module at the very top here that says control. You have to unlock this node in order for you to take control of follower NPCs. So let's talk about how to do that. If you open up your map, you have several of these gold mysterious ruins. Now this is the first area or the first zone, and you can see there are 3 different ruins here that I have available that I can visit. If you head over here to these ruins, keep in mind there's going to be several other NPCs, thralls here, but if you head over here to the ruins, you need to kill or knock out or tame whatever each one of these NPCs. I prefer normally at the beginning of the game just to kill them all. Maybe if I don't have a thrall or a follower at this point, I would just go ahead and knock out at least one, whatever the highest level it is, but either way, go ahead and kill them all. Upon doing so, most of the time these mysterious ruins will have 2 different chests. You're going to need to collect the items in both of these chests. If nothing else, at least make sure you're collecting the crystals and the sun crystals, alright? So just go ahead, or the sunstones if you will, go ahead and open up the chest, collect these individual items, and then once you are done, you're going to need to go up the stairs, and then inside of this building, sometimes there's an NPC here that you also have to kill before you can even loot the chest, so make sure you take care of all the NPCs in the area. But once you have done this, there is a totem on the back of the wall. You can see here, you walk up to the totem, you interact with it, and you can see it is going to cost you some of those green crystals and gems that you did collect from those boxes or those chest boxes, and then go ahead and hold E to learn that specific item. This one again is going to be related to unlocking the control module on side of your mask. Now, once that is done, you're going to go ahead and go back to whatever NPC it was that you have available, and then you can press and hold E on them, and now you can see we actually have the ability to control control them. If you go ahead and just attempt to do it, hit control, it would then remove the mask from the character you're currently playing, either your starter character or another NPC if you've already got past this point in watching this video, but the mask will actually go from that character to the one that you're trying to control now, literally allowing you to walk around and play as that follower NPC. Again, as I mentioned in a previous video, it is important to understand that each NPC will come with a variety of different skill proficiencies, basically skills that they're really good at or really sucky at, and additionally they will come with some additional traits and perks and talents and stuff that you need to make sure you're paying attention to really get a better understanding of what the play style will be like for this individual follower. And additionally, it's important to note when it comes to followers, they actually have different rarities. You can see here just on my tribe log inside of my tribe, I can take a look at everybody's NPCs to give you guys an example, but you can see some of them are bare bones common quality, and they can go all the way up to, I believe, master. Maybe there's one more tier after master, but either way here, that rarity actually has the ability sometimes to have a lot higher skill proficiency in a specific skill. Not only that, it also will allow them to have extra or really good stats and perks related to that individual NPC, and this also will give you additional understanding of how to play that NPC efficiently and or which ones are worth taking back to your base and taming or simply allowing to die or kill. And that, survivors, wraps up the bare bones information you need to know related to how to control follower NPCs and why they are very important. As always, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe here on the channel for everything Soulmask related. And with that being said, as always, guys, I'll see you on the next one.